everyone, Daniel Kerr here. So I got a few things at the pawn shop yesterday, and one of the things I got was a Korg EMX1 SD, right? As you all know, I am very, very familiar with the Electrobes. I always try to come up with something new, and I've done something similar to this video with the ESX, but never with the Korg EMX, right? So what we're going to talk about today is sending specific instruments, all right, in your from your Korg and directing them to an external effects unit and then routing them back into the unit, right? So the Korg ESX, Korg EMX has an external audio in, all right? And what I'm going to be doing this time, basically, so that you can send specific parts and not the entire mix to an external effects engine, is I'm going to be routing those individual parts outputs 3 and 4, right? And I'm going to send them to a reverb unit, right? Now, the Korg EMX and ESX reverb are terrible, right? They're internal reverb. So I thought that this would be great. What I'm going to be doing this time is I'm going to be using the Alesis MIDIverb 4, which for the cheap reverbs is really the best that you can get. It doesn't sound metallic. It sounds really, really beautiful. And when you turn the tail all the way up, I mean, it really, really stretches. It sounds like a time stretch rather than just a cheap, crappy metallic reverb. Okay, so let me show you how this is all set up. I'm going to grab this from you. Okay. So here I have the Korg EMX SD, right? Which I had never gotten the SD version before. Focus. And as you can see, it does not come with an SD card. Now I am going to be selling this unit. This unit is in beautiful shape, as if it's brand spanking new, okay? Like brand new. It does not look like it's ever been used. I know that it has been used a little bit because the first pattern is a blank pattern, okay? And that's what they named it. All the rest is their original factory crap. I'm going to leave that on. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to, when I sell this, I'm going to fill it with the UK dub or UK bass bank, I guess, that was made available afterward by Korg, right? So I have individual out 3 and 4, as you can see, and it's going into the input of the Alesis MIDIverb 4, right? And what I'm going to be doing when I play in a second is I'm going to set this up. Right now the noise is terrible in here because it's super, super hot in here and I'm running a bunch of fans. We're about to move out of this place. But nonetheless, it's going to be clean audio when I'm recording the demo, okay? What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be soloing keyboard part number 5, okay? Which basically I've routed to output 3 and 4, okay? Now here's the beautiful thing about output 3 and 4 is it does not go through the internal effects, okay? So if you theoretically panned output synth number 5 to panned it hard left or hard right, right? Which it looks like it's hard left here, it's actually going to be right in the center. But if you did, and then you put a different keyboard part and panned it hard right and one hard left, you could actually send this to 2 separate effects units, and it would give you 2 individual outs, right? And in the end, you'd be able to use 2 different effects, okay? Now, for this example, I have the outputs of the MIDIverb 4. Right? These egg cartons are filled with marbles, by the way. That's how I store my marbles after I make them. And then that is being routed into the input of the audio in. So when you do this, you want to arm audio in, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to solo this, okay? And you're just going to hear the dry signal from output number 5, right, which is just a synth. And then I'm going to slowly turn up the mix, okay, until you can hear clearly the effects, right? And then I'm going to undo the solo, and you're going to be able to hear the whole track, right? So hopefully this will give some of you some inspiration regarding a way that you can get better effects if you would like, you know, maybe play a show with the EMX and or record a track, and for individual instruments, either drums or synth, you would be able to send them to external effects, maybe an Eventide Space or H9 Max or the Strymon Big Sky or something, and get really, really beautiful sound out of that. So if anybody is interested in this, this EMX, I am going to sell it, like I said, and I will give you a fantastic proper deal on it. Just send me an email at snowmetaluniversity@gmail.com and tell me that you would like to purchase the EMX, and whoever gets to it first, I'll cut you a fantastic deal, and we can take care of business. It's almost summertime. We are moving to a new place, like I mentioned, and I hope everybody is blessed.